Your first task is to draw a clear line between what is within your power and what is not. In your power are your judgments, your impulses, and your actions. Beyond your power lies everything else: your reputation, your health, the actions of others, and the whims of fortune. True freedom begins the moment you cease to invest emotional energy in things you cannot control. Each day, remind yourself that you are the sole master of your inner world. Events will unfold, people will act according to their own principles, and the world will continue its ceaseless change. Your task is not to command the waves, but to navigate your ship with skill and virtue. Focus your will entirely on the quality of your own actions and judgments, for this is the only domain where you are truly sovereign. The practice of objective representation is a powerful tool for calm. When you face a difficult event, strip it of the emotional language you have attached to it. A job loss is not a catastrophe, it is a change in employment status. A harsh criticism is not an attack on your worth. It is simply another person's opinion based on their own limited perspective. See the event in its bare, factual form. Look at the most luxurious meal. It is the dead body of a fish, a bird, or a pig. Look at the finest wine. It is fermented grape juice. This is not cynicism, but clarity. By reducing things to their constituent parts, you remove the layer of subjective desire and aversion that clouds your judgment. This practice allows you to see the world as it is, not as your passions paint it. Consider the immense peace that comes from this distinction. When another person insults you, the sound they make is external. The judgment that their words are harmful is internal, a product of your own mind. You are not obligated to form that judgment. You can let the sound pass by like the wind, leaving your inner state untouched. This is not passivity. It is the strategic preservation of your tranquility. Apply this same stripping down process to your own anxieties. What is this feeling of dread? It is a physiological response, a cascade of chemicals, and a story you are telling yourself about the future. The story is not the event itself. By dissecting the feeling, you rob it of its monolithic power and can address its components with reason. Contemplate the lives of those who came before you. Consider the emperors, the generals, the philosophers, and the merchants. Where are they now? Their fame is but an echo, their wealth dispersed, their bodies returned to the elements. All things are transient. Your own life is a brief moment in the vast expanse of time. Do not cling to it as if it were a permanent possession. The things you value, your home, your career, your relationships, are all subject to change and loss. To love them is natural, but to build your entire happiness upon them is to build a house on sand. Instead, appreciate them for the time you have them, knowing that they are on loan from the universe. This awareness does not diminish their value, it heightens it, urging you to cherish the present moment. Even your own identity is in flux. The person you were 10 years ago is not the person you are today. Your cells replace themselves, your opinions evolve, and your experiences shape you in new ways. You are not a static entity, but a process, a river of change. Embrace this flow. Do not fear the dissolution of the old, for it is what makes way for the new. Practice the view from above. In your mind's eye, ascend high above the earth and look down. See the continents and oceans, the cities teeming with life, the armies marching, the farmers tilling their fields. From this vantage point, where is the personal slight that troubles you? Where is the professional setback that feels so monumental? They shrink to their true, insignificant size. Now, extend your view across time. Look back at the endless procession of empires rising and falling, of generations being born and dying. Look forward into the infinite future, where you and everyone you know will be forgotten. Your life is a pinprick on this vast timeline. This perspective is not meant to induce despair, but to liberate you from the tyranny of trivial concerns. When you feel overwhelmed by the actions of others, remember that you are a citizen of the cosmos. You share a common rationality with all of humanity. Their faults and failings are the product of their own ignorance, their own limited view. They are your kin. Stumbling through life, just as you are. Your duty is not to rage at them, but to act as a steadying presence, a small point of reason in the shared human drama. Your mind, when properly trained, is an inner citadel. It is a fortress that no external force can breach. Others can chain your body, seize your property, or slander your name, but they cannot force you to alter your judgment. Your inner world remains inviolable unless you yourself grant entry to the disturbance. Retreat into this citadel often. When the world becomes too loud or demanding, give yourself a moment of quiet. Revisit your core principles. Remind yourself of what you control. This is not an escape from reality, but a strategic withdrawal to regain your strength and clarity. A few moments of inner alignment can equip you to face hours of external chaos. This fortress is built brick by brick, with each virtuous act and each rational judgment. It is strengthened every time you choose to respond with calm instead of anger, with kindness instead of resentment. It is a lifelong project, the construction of a self that is resilient, tranquil, and free. The rational mind has a unique power. It can convert any obstacle into material for its own purpose. A difficult colleague becomes an opportunity to practice patience. A sudden illness becomes a chance to exercise fortitude. An unfair criticism becomes a test of your indifference to reputation. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Think of a great fire. It does not distinguish between the types of wood thrown into it. It seizes whatever it is given, twigs, logs, debris, and turns it all into flame and light, leaping higher in the process. Your directing mind should be like this fire, consuming every challenge and transforming it into fuel for your own growth and purpose. Do not pray for a life without obstacles. Instead, pray for the strength to overcome the obstacles you are given. The goal is not to find a smooth path, but to develop the skill to walk any path with grace and virtue. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. We were born for each other. Your hands, your feet, your eyes, they all work in cooperation. So too are you designed to work in cooperation with your fellow human beings. To act against another is to act against your own nature. It is a form of self-harm, a severing of a limb from the body of humanity. When someone wrongs you, their action stems from their own ignorance of what is good and evil. They harm themselves far more than they can ever harm you, for they corrupt their own inner citadel. Your response should be one of pity, not anger. Your task is to either gently teach them a better way, or, if that is not possible, to tolerate them with grace. The kindness you show to others is not a sacrifice, but a fulfillment of your own nature. A vine does not demand payment for producing grapes, it simply produces them. Likewise, a good person does not perform a kind act for the sake of reward or recognition. The act itself is the reward. The purpose of your life is not to seek pleasure or avoid pain. It is to live in accordance with nature, both your own nature as a rational and social being and the nature of the universe as an ordered, purposeful whole. This means acting with virtue, serving the common good, and accepting your fate with tranquility. Accept what happens. The events of your life are not random. They are threads woven into the grand tapestry of the cosmos, prescribed for you from the beginning of time. The illness, the loss, the challenge. These are part of your unique prescription, designed to contribute to the health of the whole. To resent them is to fight against the very nature of existence. Accept what happens. The events of your life are not random. They are threads woven into the grand tapestry of the cosmos, prescribed for you from the beginning of time. The illness, the loss, the challenge. These are part of your unique prescription, designed to contribute to the health of the whole. To resent them is to fight against the very nature of existence. Live each day as if it were your last, not with frantic urgency, but with calm purpose and unwavering virtue. Discard all distractions, quiet all passions, and focus on the task at hand. If you can live this present moment well, you have lived a good life. The rest is merely corpse and smoke. Shift your attention to select reality, not force outcomes. Move toward where your goal already exists. Redirect focus when distractions appear. Practice scenery reduction. Return to your target amid mental noise. Release attachment to how events unfold. Trust natural progression through possibilities. Flow requires calm certainty, not constant monitoring. Let go of shoulds and move with what is. Step out of draining patterns. Stop feeding them with emotional reactions. Maintain inner calm during interactions. Create a protective shield by filtering influences without confrontation. Allow beneficial exchange while blocking energy drains. Notice when others seek emotional engagement. Respond with presence, not reaction. Preserve your vitality for meaningful creation. Withdraw attention from drama. Watch their influence fade without your participation. Reduce attachment to outcomes. Release emotional investment while maintaining direction. Acknowledge current reality without judgment. Shift to feeling your desired state. Practice the step of intention, a precise mental movement. Create immediate alignment without forced effort. Move as if your goal already exists. Release desperate neediness. Let solutions find you through natural resonance. Release excessive importance from outcomes and opinions. Allow reality to flow smoothly. Transform liberation into action, not indifference. Navigate uncertainty with inner calm. Move through the insecurity labyrinth without resistance. Accept temporary discomfort as part of your journey. Redirect energy from fighting challenges to progressing through them. Transform obstacles into stepping stones. Maintain direction while adapting to conditions. Hold clear mental images of completed outcomes. Visualize as if already real, not as future possibilities. Create resonance through neutral focus. Notice opportunities appearing without searching. Increase synchronicities through calm expectation. Practice both target visualization and process visualization. Feel the journey naturally unfolding. Release anxiety about timing. Move with the current while steering toward your destination. Influence through energetic alignment, not persuasion. Offer genuine appreciation before requesting support. Create openings where arguments would fail. Adjust your energy to match others' rhythm. Listen deeply before introducing new ideas. Notice shifts in field dynamic during interactions. Respond to subtle energy changes. Build authentic connections through presence. Let relationships transform through quiet support. Recognize the silent awareness behind thoughts. Let this neutral observer guide your decisions. Move toward inner peace, not external validation. Notice tension as resistance to natural flow. Strengthen awareness through quiet reflection. Trust subtle feelings of resonance. Follow paths that honor your authentic self. Shift from reactive to intentional decision making. Observe without judgment. Act from centered presence. Unite heart and mind for breakthrough insights. Ask clear questions, then release the need for answers. Trust understanding will arrive when you're receptive. Access the information field through patient waiting. Notice answers appearing unexpectedly. Move beyond intellectual analysis. Trust intuitive knowing. Create space for wisdom to emerge. Release the pressure of immediate solutions. Allow insights to form naturally. Apply knowledge through practical action. Test principles in real situations. Notice subtle shifts in your experience. Adjust based on tangible results. Create transfer chains connecting concepts. Move beyond theoretical understanding. Transform information into embodied wisdom. Release tension from forced study. Allow insights to reveal themselves. Practice principles consistently. Notice what works. Adapt your approach. Balance automatically corrects extremes. Move through hardship knowing compensation is in motion. Release resistance during challenges. Maintain neutrality without forcing solutions. Practice sending understanding to your former self. Release past imbalances energetically. Transform their present impact. Trust equilibrium restoring itself. Move with natural correction rather than against it. Release the need to fix everything. Direct attention to create your experience. Shift focus from problems to solutions. See yourself as already having what you seek. Create amalgam by combining desired outcomes with current reality. Redirect attention without force. Move through possibilities with minimal resistance. Practice seeing opportunities in every situation. Transform obstacles into stepping stones. Redirect mental energy toward solutions. Release control to create progress. Hold direction clearly while remaining open to unexpected paths. Set your course but adjust to changing conditions. Shift from control to observation. Discover influence through non-attachment. Move with reality's currents rather than against them. Release the grip on specific outcomes. Trust the journey's natural unfolding. Navigate with relaxed intention. Move with intelligent cooperation. Protect your energy by staying emotionally neutral. When others react emotionally, respond with calm awareness. Avoid getting drawn into negative dynamics. Instead of avoiding negativity altogether, practice not engaging with it. Be selective about what you allow into your awareness. Let useful information in and let go of what doesn't serve you. Interact with others without losing your energy. Save your strength for meaningful work. Focus on discernment rather than defense. Seek understanding instead of fighting circumstances. Transform problems into invitations for growth. Ask, what is this teaching me? Move beyond, why is this happening? Create small counter experiences to limiting beliefs. Build evidence through lived experience. Notice subtle shifts in your perspective. Adjust your internal map gradually. Move from resistance to acceptance. Transform obstacles into opportunities. Select your future through alignment. Adjust your internal state to move toward possibilities. Tune your frequency to resonate with preferred reality. Navigate uncertainty with inner calm. Practice coordination. Move through the insecurity labyrinth. Release the need to control details. Maintain clear direction while staying open. Trust the natural unfolding of events. Move with patience and trust. Navigate with calm confidence. Release importance to create flow. Treat outcomes as temporary experiences. Move beyond seeing situations as defining moments. Release desperate neediness. Create space for natural solutions. Shift from tension to ease. Move with lightness rather than pressure. Reduce projected importance on obstacles. Diminish their power through detachment. Practice intelligent release of attachment. Maintain clear intention while releasing outcomes. Build sustainable practices through small actions. Create compounding momentum through consistency. Practice daily alignment without burnout. Redirect attention toward desired states. Release the need for dramatic efforts. Move with gentle, regular redirection. Transform visualization into energetic comfort. Notice subtle shifts in your reality. Adjust based on what works. Move beyond heroic struggle. Shift your inner state to transform outer reality. Begin with thoughts and emotions rather than external circumstances. Move internally to create external change. Recognize your influence through alignment. See the world as a mirror reflecting your relationship to it. Release the internal battle against reality. Move with acceptance rather than resistance. Transform self-blame into empowered action. Step forward with incomplete information. Trust solutions will appear as you move. Release the need for certainty before action. Move despite uncertainty. Adjust as new information emerges. Yield to simplicity. Soften your grip on outcomes. Allow unforeseen events into your journey. Transform fear into courageous action. Move with awareness rather than paralysis. Trust the path revealing itself step by step. Test principles in your life. Notice subtle shifts in your experience. Adjust based on tangible results. Move beyond intellectual understanding. Transform knowledge into embodied wisdom. Create simple anchors for focus. Navigate complexity with clear reminders. Shift from theory to practice. Move with experiential learning. Notice what transforms your reality. Adjust your approach based on evidence. Release attachment to specific outcomes. Maintain clear direction while staying open. Move like surfing, adapting to conditions while focused on direction. Create space for better solutions than rigid planning allows. Practice purified intention. Act with confidence in the moment. Shift from I want to I intend. Move without excess potential or forced effort. Release the need for specific results. Release time pressure to manifest goals. Move with relaxed urgency. Hold direction with inner calm. Trust natural timing rather than artificial deadlines. Allow events to unfold according to their rhythm. Create space for synchronicity. Notice unexpected opportunities appearing. Shift from rushing to flowing. Move with patience rather than impatience. Release the stopwatch mentality. Increase your vitality through rest and connection. Direct energy toward what matters. Release the fight for willpower. Move with energy flowing freely. Transform challenges into opportunities. Practice energy hygiene. Release excess potential through small actions. Stop struggling for what you believe you should have. Allow natural support to flow into your experience. Shift from depletion to renewal. Move with confidence of 70% knowing. Adjust your course as you progress. Release the need for perfect information. Act despite natural doubt. Trust clarity comes through movement. Navigate with inner coordination. Align thoughts, emotions, and actions. Move beyond paralysis by analysis. Shift from waiting to doing. Trust the path illuminating with each step. Move with practical confidence. Focus on what's working, however small. Shift perspective from lack to abundance. Practice daily gratitude for specific things. Rewire your brain to notice opportunities. Create positive momentum through appreciation. Move beyond ignoring challenges to balancing perspective. Transform scarcity into abundance. Shift from obstacles to opportunities. Notice how gratitude opens unexpected pathways. Transform self-talk into empowering narratives. Shift from I struggle to I'm learning. Choose words that support your desired state. Speak to yourself as you would to a valued friend. Move beyond limiting stories. Transform internal dialogue with compassion. Release judgment in favor of encouragement. Shift from criticism to support. Notice how language shapes your reality. Move with empowering communication. Focus on your own progress rather than others' highlights. Release comparison and false scarcity. Move with authentic self-expression. Break through limiting beliefs with small actions. Create experiences contradicting stereotypes. Honor your unique timing without judgment. Shift from external validation to internal fulfillment. Move beyond benchmarks to personal growth. Navigate your journey with self-acceptance. Offer small kindnesses without expectation. Transform your state through generosity. Notice how support elevates your mood. Create positive energy ripples. Move with authentic connection rather than strategic giving. Practice healthy visualization before interactions. Send goodwill that creates natural openings. Shift from transactional to genuine relationships. Notice unexpected pathways opening. Move with contribution. Allow space for integration after learning. Move with solutions appearing during downtime. Notice insights emerging upon waking. Practice window onto possibilities techniques. Insert desired feelings during mental quiet. Leverage natural openings in awareness. Shift from constant analysis to receptive waiting. Move with the rhythm of insight. Transform rest into wisdom. Navigate the space between thoughts. Author your reality through conscious attention. Move with empowerment rather than victimhood. Choose where to focus and how to respond. Shift from passive recipient to conscious creator. Transform identity from reactive to intentional. Release the internal battle against reality. Move with life's natural flow. Navigate your journey with awareness. Transform external circumstances through internal alignment. Move with understanding.